Let's get here, do that there. Hey guys, what is happening? Gerry in the lab. Man, this week, woo, so many cool things. I took a little longer again just because there's so much going on, but I'll just put that there. So today's video, holy cow. Okay, super cool news that I have to share with you guys. So last video, I was showing you guys how to use the PS2 development tools, a whole bunch of different development tools, really cool. But the one that I was showing you guys was PS2GDB for doing line by line source code level debugging, right? We could use the full-blown GDB with the command line terminal in Linux, right? And so that's awesome, right? We have that. But I was wanting to try and integrate it into the Visual Studio Code IDE. But when I tried to do that in the last video, I was trying to get that working to communicate properly. It wasn't working. You know, you could only use the minimal continue command, which doesn't, you know, let's just step a little bit, but you're not getting any of the feedback from any of the libraries or the symbols that are loaded from your compiled L file. They're not being relayed properly over the network, right? Because it is a remote GDB connection right over LAN. Anyway, today, I'm pleased to announce that I got it working completely. And so all features are working and it's completely integrated into the Visual Studio Code IDE. And I'm super pumped to show you guys because when I got this up and running and it started to work, holy cow, I just completely lost my shit. I was just like, ugh! So, oh yeah, take a second. Check out this piece of gear that I have. This is the Mitsubishi MoveMaster 2 pick and place robotic arm unit from the 80s. It was like 85, maybe 82, 83, around that early 80s, right? And holy cow, this thing is just a brute. And I've had this in storage for a little while and I've been meaning to bust it out and show you guys. So this is something that I'll be tackling in a future video. But I just wanted to take a sec to show you guys. This thing is just, it's like a tank. It's just super heavy, rugged steel plating that's used here to build this thing. And it uses all like a chain and sprocket, you know, mechanical interconnects and DC motors with quadrature encoders. It's just awesome. It's super, super well built, really rugged. And this is the Mitsubishi MoveMaster 2. Model number is RM501. Super cool. Anyway, I just wanted to take a sec to show you guys just because that's so awesome. And that's something that I'll be showing you guys in a future video. But I digress. Okay, so we'll reboot. I'm gonna cancel that, reset. Yep, and launch. Okay, relaunching, there we go. Okay. So now I've got the breakpoint there. Okay, so we'll activate our debugger and launch this. We've got our PS2, so F5 or same thing, but, and then, whoa, whoa, what? Oh, holy cow. What? I think it worked. Where's my phone? Holy cow. Look at that. Guys, I frickin' think I got it. Go, look at that. Look, the breakpoint is there in place. Oh my God. Okay. Here's the moment, guys. I'm gonna try this. See if step over, or I'm gonna try step into, see if that works. Yes! Yes! It's working. Check it out. Look at that. Oh my God, look at the data. Wow! Look, it's, oh my God, it's showing the register information. Check. See, this is the way that it's supposed to work, right? You get all of the variable information, addressing, but it's also, like, look, it's also changing to the embedded libraries, the source files, right? The common libraries that are being shared with the project. The point of execution is now being displayed on one of the shared library files, right? Look at that. That is sick. Holy cow, this is so awesome. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, so let's try this here. So we'll try step into, let's try, we'll try step over for F10, okay? So we're gonna try this. Yes, check that out. That is sick. Look at all that data. Check it out, guys. Oh my God. Fantastic. Yeah, it's still connected there. Oh my God, this is so sick. Okay, so now we're gonna try step out. Oh my God, you guys, this is just so freaking cool. So step, yeah, there we go. Check it out. See, it's showing up. It's like we have, this is a test one. Let me show that to you guys, if you guys can see that. Right, this is a test one. Now it's because I didn't put the /n here at the end of my print statements, so they're just going side by side. But that's still, who cares about that? We got this working. Oh man, this is so freaking cool, guys. I'm just so excited. I mean, using the PS2 GDB right in your IDE. Oh my God, that's the way it's supposed to work, right? Where you get all the data displayed and all your, you know, whether it's registers or variable information. You can do watch, right? You can take advantage of the watch functionality. We have our stack information here that's being displayed. This is freaking awesome. Step into, we'll try this again. Yeah, see there. See, we're getting different source code files, which are shared library files, right? The H header files, different source code C files that are being used, and it's going right in and showing you which functions are being executed, right? That's the whole point of GDB. It's so awesome. And then you get all your variable and register information, debug information. Oh man, this is so cool. Breakpoint information, we can still take advantage of breakpoints, right? Wow, I am losing my mind. This is awesome. Okay, so first things first is we're going to save our settings. So I'm going to make a hard copy of the launch JSON file, and I'm going to share that with you guys. Everything will be provided in the links within this video, but we're just going to go over it again here. Breaking for a sec here, guys, to show you some of the sweet merch I got. I got capacitor mugs, capacitor tumblers. For any of you fellow techs or tinkerers, have one of these in your shop or on your bench. It's just super cool, right? And it's just a great way that everybody can help support the channel and all the work that I'm doing here, creating content for you guys. So if you like the content, definitely check it out. I've got a QR code for you guys right here. And I've got hats, I've got t-shirts, I've got the capacitor mugs and tumblers. Those seem to be pretty popular. You guys seem to like those. And again, it's just a great way that everybody can help support the channel and everything that I'm doing here, creating content for you guys. So if you like my content, definitely check it out. All right, so we've closed everything up. So the other thing that's really critical, because now that it's working, the extensions package that you're going to need to work with your Visual Studio Code IDE and the PS2 GDB version, which we now have working. So under our extensions tab here, this is the GDB debug adapter extensions pack you're going to have to install. Okay, so it's CDT GDB debug adapter extensions Eclipse CDT Cloud. Okay, so as shown here, this is the one you're going to want to do a search for and download and install. Okay. Okay, so we've gone in and loaded our project here with all of our source code files. We have the Visual Studio Code source files as well, which we have C, CPP properties, launch JSON, as well as tasks JSON file, being able to activate our compile functionality here within the IDE. So we'll open up our source code file here. So we've got test.gdbc. And we've got a breakpoint set. So first things first, we have to run and load the test.gdb elf file. So we're going to go ahead and run the PS2 client command to activate that test.gdb elf and load it into the PS2 RAM memory. So we'll go ahead and do that. We have to do a reset here first. So we'll run the reset command. And there we go, our PS2 is now ready. Loading the elf over LAN connection, there we go. Ready to go. So under our tasks JSON file, this is what we have. So just make note of that. As well, we have our C CPP properties. Make a note of that. And then finally our launch JSON file. Okay, so these are the settings that you're going to want to have in place. That's pretty critical, as well as the installed extensions package, right? CDT, CDB, debug adapter extensions, okay? So you get that installed, and then when we go ahead and run our debug session here, and then we activate the debugger, or we simply press F5. And there we go. We are connected, and it shows here the point of execution has halted at our breakpoint on line 14. So now we can just commence to either use step in, step into, step out, step over, or continue, right? So we're going to go ahead and say step into. And there you can see how it's going in and looking at some of the shared common library files, right? In this case, we're using the source printf command in that source code C file. So right now our point of execution is halted at line 272 within this C file, right? And we're able to continue stepping into or stepping over and step out, right? And there it's halted on line 15, which was the next command in line. And on our PS2 screen, we have the first printf command has been executed, but then it's halted there, right? So similar to what I was showing you guys last time, but this is the way the GDB is supposed to be used, because we also have all of the, we have our stack information as well as our variables and register information being shown and printed on screen while it is halted at that specific point, as it's running through our program. And that's the amazing thing about taking advantage of GDB. And in this case, it's the specific version of PS2GDB. Super, super cool. So the next video, we're going to be going over how to install the PS2 Dev open source SDK. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up and initialize everything. Make sure that all of our environment variables are properly configured. The installation of Linux just has everything configured properly so that when we run the compile command for the PS2 Dev SDK, it's going to work properly and not crash on you. Now, if you haven't watched the last couple of videos that I did showing a whole bunch of the different PS2 development tools, there's a video right here for you to check out, as well as another one right here. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao.